be on our way out, Del. Aww. Quit whining. What are you, 5? Kayla said. Del subsided, for the moment, and they moved forward again. They had almost reached the security screening, and Ricky was fishing in her canvas tote for the advance tickets. Do you think Dad would have come with us? Del asked. To the fair, I mean. Del! Kayla shot a quick glance at their mother's back, but Del had kept his voice down and Ricky was absorbed in her ticket hunt. Del had only been 6 when cancer killed Michael Jones, and Kayla often thought that it was highly unfair that she, the adopted child, should be the one with many clear memories of their father, while Del, the unlooked-for biological offspring, had only a few blurry mental images and whatever he could piece together from photos and the things Kayla and Ricky told him. Dad would have made us come 3 or 4 times, she told Del quietly. Maybe every day. She hesitated. And he'd have been really excited about that penguin you won last year. Del grinned. Thanks, Kayla. He opened his mouth as if he wanted to ask something else, but Ricky turned and he snapped his lips closed. Kayla suppressed a relieved sigh. Even after 4 years, mentioning their father was still as likely as not to put Ricky in a gloomy mood, but Del didn't always remember to avoid the subject. Ricky hadn't noticed. She was still digging through her tote bag and muttering, discount coupon book, ibuprofen, tissues, cell phone, water. Kayla, your backpack is nearly empty. Would you take one of these bottles? I left it empty on purpose, Mom, Kayla grumbled, but she accepted 2 of the plastic containers and stowed them away. At least they were only a temporary load. They reached the screener, who checked the tote and backpack with brisk efficiency, scanned their tickets, and passed them through the gate without comment. The red brick of the grandstand loomed on their left, a tall, dark contrast to the one-story display buildings, small stages, and food booths that lined the street beside it. To the right stretched the rides and games of the Midway. Even this early in the day, it was all bright colors and motion, shrieking riders, and rumbling machinery. The smell of machine oil mingled with a sense of dust, people, strange foods being deep-fried, beer, and animals, a little of everything, like the fair itself. Straight ahead, over the sea of baseball caps and sun hats, Kayla could see the Warner Coliseum and the animal barns. She had always liked those, but she knew better than to suggest starting there. They'd been Michael's favorite too, and Ricky hadn't taken them back even once since his death. The bungee ball ride flew into sight above the treetops, the round cage with its 2 screaming occupants trailing the 4 elastic ropes that flung it up and then slowed its fall. Delmar's eyes widened. Mom, can we do that? I don't think it's safe, Ricky said. Or in the budget. And anyway, you aren't tall enough. You don't want me to have any fun. Of course not, Ricky told him. That's part of my job, to keep you from having fun. It's in the parenting handbook. I thought we were going to do the Midway stuff last, Kayla said, hoping to sidetrack the discussion before it turned into an argument. She looked around for a distraction that didn't involve food, memories of better times, or anything that would have to be carried around for the rest of the day. Hey, what about the sky ride? We could take it down to the far end of the fair and walk back. After a quick check of the coupon book, Ricky approved this program, though Del complained that the sky ride was just a fancy chairlift and didn't compare to the bungee ball. The line was short. They paid for the discounted tickets and were soon soaring over the fair in a glass and steel box barely large enough for the 3 of them. Kayla's bad mood began to fade. Del pressed his nose to the glass, commenting on the booths and rides and people below. By the time they reached the ground at the other end, he had a dozen places he wanted to visit, including at least 6 food vendors, the parade lineup, the giant slide, and a couple of open stages. They ducked into the horticulture building to see the crop art. For several years, Kayla had publicly maintained that gluing seeds to boards to make pictures was more of a kindergarten activity than something for adults. Privately,